Did I do it? It's been a really hot minute since I've been live on YouTube and I'm mad stressed. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hi. I feel so awkward. It's so funny because like I'm not awkward at all on Twitch, and then I'm just like over here like an awkward little egg. And you know, I'm going through hot flashes, so for the foreseeable future I will always look sweaty. Thank you. Hi Ron, how are you doing? How are things? How are things going? How are you doing? Ooh, I forgot to change that. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix the chat. Give me a second. It's been a minute since I've been here. Hi, Natalie. Hi, the fine artisan. How are y'all? How are y'all doing? I really just, I'm so sorry. I'm so awkward. I definitely don't mean to be. Give me a second. I spent all this time like fixing my Twitch and just doing all of these things with it, and now I'm like confused with how everything works on YouTube again. I genuinely listen. I don't do a lot of live streams on YouTube anymore because YouTube is YouTube, and I never know if it's like monetized or demonetized until it's over, and that's sucky. So also I just like I play games, and so I'm gonna game. Hi Peppy. Hi. Hello. We still have Beethoven on as I get settled. Give me like one more, three more. Give me moments. Give me moments. I'm gonna try to fix the chat right quick because I don't like that and how it looks. Okay, I think I fixed things. So now that I have fixed things, I'm like, now that I have fixed things, are the music levels too loud or nah? Just let me know. Also, let me just move this like over here, maybe? Let me see. Oh, almost. Nope, that's not exactly it. It's close. Up right there. Okay. I'm good now. Everything's wavy. And I said fick. All right. Celebrating your friend getting a research job. Yes. Hell yeah. That's amazing. Hold on. Let me see if I can like pop this out. I can. Yes. Don't talk to me again. Not you. Okay. It's a bit loud. Okay. Hold on. Let me drop it. I can see the levels like doing things. So I feel like, how about now? I feel like it's because I have two of them for reasons. I don't know. I was messing around with the audio quite a bit over here, so that might be part of it. How are we now? Go louder again. Hi, Janet. So back to the louder, or how? Okay, I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm gonna spend my life being confused. It's fine. What's up? How are y'all doing? Hi. Thank you. By the way, thank you for 13K. That's like literally all I've wanted. You know, I'm not gonna have children. This is like my legacy. Hold on. Let me swap them out then. Let me swap this one with this one. How about now? I don't really know why, but I have like two different audios here because I don't use it enough. I'm like, I don't use it enough. So like, thank y'all for the 13K, like so seriously. Cause like, this is all I've wanted. Like, I'm good now. Like this is the height of my YouTube career. I'm good. I don't like need it to get any bigger than this. Like, this is perfect. This is all, like, this will be what's left of me when I'm gone. You're welcome for the dark thoughts. Whoa. Soil scientist and GIS analyst, so it's right in her field. Holy crap. You and your friends are so smart. Like, I just have like a lot of song lyrics, and like I have a lot of media knowledge. Like, that's it. I have tons of media knowledge. Like, I can do 6 degrees of anyone in a movie and just like tie. Like, I feel like when I first started doing movie nights, I was able to tie like Ali Larder to something. I don't know. It was a whole thing where there would be like 2 actors and I do all this thing to get to like the main actor. I don't remember what it was, but it was just like a whole thing where I can just do that and like step that through, and I'm like, magic. But ask me to do any like real life stuff. I know that's the thing. Vision of You, I really wanted to be able to go live yesterday. Unfortunately, yesterday was a 12-hour day. I have a very large pickup on my route, and it took me 3 trips to get all this stuff picked up. So I didn't finish work until like 7 or something last night. I have to be to work at 7:30. So that was fun. And just as I started getting my appetite back, it got hotter again. So I was like, that sucks for me. But the good news is with that particular paycheck, I was able to like get a new chair, because this chair is made out of pleather, and I don't know if you've ever had hot flashes, but it's really difficult to have hot flashes and sweaty thighs in a pleather chair while you're like gonna sit in it for multiple hours. So I had to get a cloth chair. I was like, I can no longer handle it. 10% of my brain memory is related to Pokemon, and 5% is for Simple Plan song. Listen, it's not Simple Plan, it's those other dudes. And Derek was married to Avril Lavigne. And like, whenever you hear this lyric, you're like, oh, it's so dated. Because he's like, storming through the club like my name is El Nino. And I don't know. I heard it the other day. Because you don't know us at all. We laugh when old people fall. But what would you expect from a conscience so small? Heavy metal and that. Okay, I'm sorry. Sum 41. There we go. I don't want to waste my time becoming another casualty of society. I never fall in line. You know what I mean? Waste of time. So there's that. What have y'all seen going on the interwebs as of late? I just recently watched, actually while I was showering, I guess also know that 99% of the time when I say watched, I mean listened to. Because I can't actually watch most things because I'm working, so I'm listening to a lot of these videos. So I just, while I was in the shower, finished watching D'Angelo Wallace's most recent video, which I liked. It's very, if you have emotions, and I'm not saying this to belittle him, please don't think that. It's just like, my emotions are weird. Stunted. I don't know what to say about him. I'm sorry that I got you singing Sum 41, because I do also like Simple Plan. I'm just a kid and yeah. But it was like, really, I liked it. It was an honest look at like chronic depression. So, you have to be in the space for it. I will say that as well. You have to be in the space for it, because it's like an honest look. And what just happened? I'm like, did a sound alert actually come through? Because that's going to be weird. I'm like, what? So that was really good. I did, but like I said, you kind of really need to like be there. There we go. I've seen a bunch of videos on Michaela, and I don't know if she did something or people got bitch eating cracker syndrome with her. Honestly, the thing that cracks me up about her and everything to do with her is just like, we already know she's dishonest, so that it's like at the point now where it's like, just stop letting her take up space in your mind. I didn't hear the last line 93 round because I'm not fully done with it. I feel like there's like maybe a minute left. The Nikocado avocado situation. Oh my goddess. Do I have thoughts on that? I'm so sorry. Watching all the discourse around it is really making me understand that people are no longer practicing discernment or critical thinking. I know that sounds mean, but it's like, that's true. Like, people just are not practicing discernment or critical thinking. And like, hold on. Let me just, okay. For those of you who don't know, Nikocado Avocado recently lost a large amount of weight and had previously been what they would call obese. I'm going to put that in quotes because I don't know. I'm not a doctor. And he was off the internet for like 7 months or something like that. Came back thin with a Joker monologue and and claimed that all of this was a social experiment. So first of all, if I'm gonna get into this at all, you know what's so funny? I wasn't really gonna talk about. Okay, so first we have to break down what an experiment is. I like just looked it up because it's been just irritating me, because first of all, every time somebody says social experiment, like their social experiment doesn't make any sense. An experiment is a scientific procedure undertaken to make a discovery, test a hypothesis, or demonstrate a known fact. Okay, that is the dictionary definition of an experiment, you know? So in order for you to perform a social experiment and for it, you have to have like variables and static things. It's like when you go and they have the placebo versus the actual medication, right? They give some people the placebo and some people the actual medication to test its efficacy. They would never be able to say that the efficacy was correct if they didn't know if the placebo people were experiencing it. Because if they're experiencing the same thing as the people who are on the medication, then this medication isn't doing what they say that it's going to do. So it means that they're usually going to have to like do some testing or whatever to actually make this work. There is going to be a reality that some people on the placebo are going to feel positive effects regardless, because of how brains work. Brains are magic. Sometimes you can tell yourself you're fine and you're fine. Even if you're like, your arm is broken, you will just be like, I'm okay, right? So that you don't freak out. Like when I got my motorcycle accident, I was just like, I'm okay, because I just really didn't want to freak out. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't want to freak out. And when I heard the paramedics when I was in the ambulance be like, you know, because they're calling in and to take me to the hospital, and I heard one of them say, we have a laceration down to the bone in the knee, and I was like, don't panic, it's okay, because you're never gonna look at it, and it's gonna be fine, you know. See, and I got science people in here, so what's up? Listen. This is the place to be. So placebo effect is generally around 20% for most conditions. Exactly. So like when you are doing an experiment, you have to have things set in place and the goals that you're going to accomplish, regardless of like, so in this so-called social experiment, you would have to have it set in place. And you would also have to be a static portion of this, because I think people forget that like he was being really, really, really weird and disgusting on the internet. Okay, like mad weird to a level that is like very irritating to think about, because if I were going to do a social experiment based on how people treated me, on how I looked and or weighed, I'm going to remain myself. Like that has to be the static part of the experiment, that nothing about me changes except for my weight. My behavior can't get like nastier, like all of these things. I have to remain myself. And then as I guess, gain weight dangerously, where I'm in the hospital, I see how people treat me even though I still remain myself, right? The other side of this is like, what was even the point of the social experiment, to be realistic? But anyways, so I would have to remain myself and see how people treat me differently as I go along, including longtime subscribers. Do they worry about me? Are they stressed? Do they want me to like, you know, are they messaging me privately, being like in DMs, being like, please like take care of yourself. I'm worried about you, like da 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 da. Oop, hot flash. The world is ending. Please let me live. Do you see the sweat beating up on my forehead? Sweet baby Jesus. I'm like, sweet baby Jesus, sweet Caroline. Bam, bam, bam. So, oh my God, baby. This just started happening really bad. Like, I think maybe last week, I feel like, is when it started. I got to talk to a doctor about hormones or something, but I'm in Texas. So that will be, you know, good luck. I'm going to come into the comments in a second. So my whole thing is he didn't like, I guess he did remain the same shitty person. So people already didn't like him. I don't, this experiment didn't even have a hypothesis, like, and it's been done. And we already see how people treat people, unfortunately, because of their weight. Oh my God, there's sweat coming down my back. Yeah, 93 Runt said, also, that's not a social experiment. What was the hypothesis? What is the null and what is the alternative? What were you proving? Exactly. And we've seen this even in media proven for us. We've seen it when Tyra Banks unfortunately did it. We saw it in the movie Shallow Hal when they unfortunately did it. The whole point, and that all of us know, is that people treat people poorly because of how they look and how they weigh and how much they weigh. They make assumptions about you. And I would never know what that's like in the sense of not having a straight size body, right? Because I have a straight size body. And I have people make assumptions about my health all the time, which I think is hilarious. Because people are like, oh, you're so fit, you must be healthy. I'm like, I smoke and I drink and I eat a lot of fatty food. I just have problems keeping weight on my body because I have a thyroid issue. So now I'm not really fit and I'm not really healthy. Like, do I have like muscles? Yes, babes. But I also like work for the post office and have cat litter and dog food and furniture every day. So like... like, it's just, I can't deal with it. Hi, Harper Riggs. I'm sorry. I can't see. Listen, he just annoys me, and now he's cringe for calling himself a villain. Oh my God. Like, that whole Joker monologue was so weird. I was just like, what? And like, here's the real social experiment, y'all. The real social experiment is how much money are you going to put into his pocket by going back over his old content extensively with a fine-tooth comb to prove that he had pre-filmed all of this stuff. Like, that's what's happening. That's literally what's happening right now. People are like preparing to make like good, like a breakdown of Nikocado, Avocado's weight loss. And if he's happy with his weight loss, I'm happy for him, right? Like, good. I'm glad that you're happy and healthy. But like, please, if one more person is out here being like, he's playing 4D chess, I'm like, oh my God. Oh, some of y'all need to watch like Ocean's 11, you know? Like, real talk. Some of y'all need to just watch Ocean's 11. Then you can talk to me about 4D chess, please. I can't stand it. He was doing weird and gross shit to get clout from fetishizers too. Yeah. Also, there's the ethics review board, institutional review board for research, for safety, consent, etc. Exactly that. That's why it's not like how it is in horror films, okay? Also, petty note, his villain voice in that video was so freaking annoying. Listen, I automatically discount everything you say as soon as you come on with a weird villain monologue. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm finished. You know what I mean? When you come on, you're like, people around here just want... I'm like, okay, I'm done. Bye. I can't take you seriously. This is real life. I just need y'all to know. Like, I'm a weirdo theater kid too, but like, please relax. I was just about to start the girlies podcast about this, but switched to this instead. Hi, CJ. Oh my God, I love them. I think so. I've had most of my YouTube dreams come true. The last not last. I'm making new ones, so it can't be last because that means I'm just gonna die after it's done. So my next one is that Lily and Jesse acknowledge that I exist. Also, people praising the weight loss. You do not comment on people's bodies ever. That's it too. Like, I just feel like instead of him saying, I made myself, like I caused myself a lot of medical problems with what I was doing. And rather than just admit that I was doing all of this for clicks and views, because this is what pays my rent and my big house and 5 cars and all of that stuff, I just went offline and quietly lost weight without anybody being able to say anything about it while I did it. Hi, Em. Yeah, Dark Angel, he did just change his side. It says, Audra, you have a single braid stuck over your head if that bothers you. You know what? I'm not looking. Hold on. I just had to put it like up and around. I just needed it to be in a place. Because I was like, bro, I'm sweating so hard. It's unbelievable. Like if you have the option to not have menopause, go for it. Please try that on for size. Oh my gosh. Like, try to not do it if you can, because it's sweaty and it's awful. Like, I haven't slept well in like weeks, and I need to install the ceiling fan we bought, I feel like months ago, so that I can just have cool air blowing on my body for eternity. And I knew, like, when the Texas freeze came like 4 years ago, I knew then that things had changed in my body, because it was like negative 20 degrees and I was outside like, this is kind of nice. So anyways, we see how people get treated when they are fat and nice. I also know how they get treated when they're fat and a piece of shit. An experiment, useless. Yeah. And like, everybody's talking about it. I resisted it for a long time, but we're chatting. Who cares? I just think it's dumb. I just think that this whole thing, like Peter Mon so far, because I haven't seen the girlies take on it. For those of you who don't know the girlies, it's I just said their names and now my brain just died. But Lily and I'm so tempted to call Jessie the other one for once. I'm gonna be like, it's Lily and the other one. Listen. If you know, you know, you'll get it. But it's the Do We Know the podcast. And I want to know what their take on it, because Peter Mon really hit it out of the park. Like, I don't understand what the experiment is. I don't either. This is a dumb experiment. Okay. Hi, Ashley. Honestly, I almost said whomst giveth a shit. He is an annoying bitch. Yeah. He's not Tesla or even Elon. I would call him a see you next Tuesday, but he lacks the depth and the warmth. Pfeffy. That is like the sickest burn I have ever heard. And I'm like living for it. One of. I'll add that into my repertoire of burns. Okay, I'm in the middle of binging another channel, but I saw this thumbnail and I recommended it and say your gorgeous red babes and wanted to say you look great as usual. Hi, Labyrinth. Welcome in. I don't want you to see me, but no, thank you. I'm mid-menopause. So far, no hot flashes, and I hope it stays that way. Talon, it's like this nightmare that won't, like, it's weird because your whole body just goes up in flame and you're like, this is awful. And then when it leaves, your skin is like super cool. And then you're like cold. Not me accidentally closing all my browsers. That's my life. a cooling towel. I might. Oh, and I wanted to read this comment. I took a screenshot of this because this made me so stupidly happy. It's actually kind of unbelievable. It's the small things that bring me joy. Cause like I've said this before, even if I don't even get to heart or thumbs up your comment, I read all of them, unless you just start going into a diatribe of something that's stupid and I don't care, so I'm not going to, and I'm gonna be honest about them. I don't give a shit. I'm like, once you start being weird, I'm like, okay. So this comment was from Dolphins Girl 253, and it said, Jen Love has been recommending your channel forever. I have been subscribed for a very long time now, but I'm finally getting around to doing a deep dive of your content, and I'm loving it. You are the type of creator that would lead me to watch a show I don't normally watch just to better enjoy one of your videos. Thanks for sharing your stream of consciousness with us. The fact that you do this as a hobby really shows with your I don't give a fuck attitude, which is refreshing yet respectful, but the production value you still pour into your videos shows they are a labor of love for you. And if that isn't the reason that I do this, like, Dolphins Girl 253, wherever you are, may every single one of your pillows, every side, be cold so that you can sleep comfortably. All right? May you always find a hot fry at the bottom of the bag. Okay? May your Hot Pocket actually be cooked inside and out, if you should eat such a thing. May the lights always be green on your way to work when you're driving. May every turn be a right-hand turn. So thank you. Such a nice thing. DJ Bogey. Aja, I have known you a bit through Jen since quite some time, but I am binge watching and parasocialing you very hard since 1 week and enjoy your content so much. Thank you for being you. Thank you for watching. Listen, I honestly, I will tell you, if I didn't, and I say this, and I don't think people really understand how much it means to me that people watch the content, but also the people that and you don't, I'm not saying this so that you do it. I'm saying this because it lets you know why I'm able to do the things that I'm doing. I'm not, anyways, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but my Patreon and my channel members and my Twitch are why I was able to get an editor, because otherwise none of this would make it. I would literally, honestly, once I started downloading it from Twitch and I would never get to edit it. My schedule is so off the wall. I never know if it's going to be a 12-hour day or an 8-hour day or a 14-hour day, and I get home and I'm so tired, and the thought of trying to edit, I can stream. I will go and game stream because that's what I do to relax, is play games anyway. So I just really wanted to show appreciation for all the people who've been here and new here. It's amazing. I have one of those neck fans, and here's the thing. It feels good. The problem is that right here, it's not blowing air right there. So it blows air right here, but not the back of your neck. So it's just sitting on the back of your neck, which is the part that gets the hottest. So it's real hot on your neck. My face is cool, but the back of the neck, which is the hottest part, is just sitting there with this metal. It just pisses me off. I'm just I'm so hot. Do we know them's coverage is really good in my opinion too? Oh, I know. I'm sure it is. And some comments really nailed down a lot of my avocado annoyance. Yeah, I'm kind of tired of this. Why can't people just do things? Why do you have to try to act like the audience is the asshole at that point? Because I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there are a lot of people who are going to watch someone publicly melt down on social media. There's a ton of people who are going to watch that. And we all know that. That's why some people make a lot of money doing it. Trisha Paytas used to do it all the time. That was her bread and butter. Crying on the kitchen floor. And people ate that up and watched it. No hate to Trisha. I'm just saying. There's no shortage of people who are going to watch that. So that's not winning. Like, we all already know that. There was a whole movie about that. I can never remember the name of the movie, but it's this movie with this redheaded lady who's hot. And like this redheaded lady, I can't remember if it's like Julianne Moore or I don't know. Anyway, and there's this, and every time I watch it, I forget how gruesome it is. But it's a movie about this guy who's like unaliving people via the internet. It's an early aughts movie, okay? And he's in what he does is like, if it gets to a certain number of views, whatever horrible torturous thing he's gonna do to those people gets done. Like, there's no escape. Like, they're not gonna magically escape. The only escape is that people don't watch it, but inevitably every time people just keep watching and watching and watching as people are like actually dying. And like there's a FBI people, and then I'm like an FBI people. There's a group of like tech FBIs. Diane Lane, that's it, Natalie, and she's hot in that movie. She looks so good in that movie. And she acts very well, I think. Anyways, so she's in that, and with Colin Hanks. Thank you, Natalie. And like the whole point is that people are going to watch, because the internet is a wild place, and sometimes you don't know if things are real or not because of this kind of shit. Because people just like they're always pranking people. It's weird. And they're always like, social experiment. Okay. The flash is over. Okay, hold on. Let me just do this. There we go. How about now, Em? Okay. And it's like, I'm gonna look it up, because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Oh my god, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous lady. I also live in Texas and keep a desk fan on pointed directly at me all the time, and my AC is always in the 60s. I am not trying to sweat ever. Listen, if I could get away with it, I would. Untraceable. There we go. Thank you. Does yours look like headphones or like UFOs in your face? Mine look like headphones. Flames down the back of my neck. Okay, thank you, Em. But yeah, so I have someone who edits. And the best thing is they allow me to pay them every 2 weeks. But you all can't get the same deal because I'm the best. I'm so sorry. Just kidding. I'm not the best. I'm medium. So that's happened. So yeah, the Nikocado avocado thing is all over town, and everybody's like, it really is. Like, I think that's what she was actually talking about. Hi, how are you, Smalls? How are you doing? I'm so excited that spooky month is coming. Also, I'm going to be off work. I have a week basically a week of vacation starting like the 19th. So it's going to be the 20th through the 25th. I'm off work. So I will be streaming a lot more on Twitch, but also I might try to have some like movie nights earlier in the day on the weekdays if some of y'all are amenable, because I haven't seen Venom 2. And Venom 3 is coming out, and I want to watch that, but not by myself. So, patrons, channel members, we're going to watch Venom Thursday, probably, depending on when I get off work. I'm not going to say Thursday for sure, because you know what? I'm going to say that, and then it's going to be like another 12-hour day. I'm going to be pissed off. So, Friday. You are the best, even if you don't accept it. Listen, I'm trying to accept some of my greatness. Like the things that I'm good at, I'm trying to be like, you are good at doing this and you are good at doing that. And so like, yeah. And then we're also in October, starts spooky month, obviously. And I'm saving Long Legs for that. So we're going to watch it then. So yeah, it's just been a wild time. The internet has been wild. And then I just finished watching Peter Mon's video. Nikocado is who y'all are talking about. I was like, whose man's lost weight is it acting up? I heard about him in passing years ago and just sort of shook my head. Here's the thing. My problem is, like, if he was a generally good guy before this, I could kind of see what he was trying to do. But he was a dirtbag before. Cause he's just a teenage dirtbag baby. Like, it didn't matter. Hi, Adriana. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm catching a live. I always seem to miss them and watch them on replay. No worries. Mommers. Hi, Audra. I'm so glad to be here. I became acquainted. Listen, Jen is sending everybody and their mom over here because she's such a sweetheart. I've always enjoyed your comments and I've watched a few of your videos. I'm hoping to fit in with your community. Open and inclusive over here. Don't get wild and all's good. All's good and well. We curse a lot though. Oh, work in progress. That's happening tomorrow is Sunday. That's happening. We're looking at that tomorrow on Twitch. We're looking at that. I can't give you a time because it's like literally whenever I feel like a human being again. I'm like, do I feel good? Yeah, I'm excited about watching Long Legs because I really want to watch it. And I'm like, ooh, so if you want to join Patreon for Spooky Month, then, you know, in October, feel free. You don't have to stay. It's not a big deal. But I can't just like watch movies everywhere, so. And I'm like very protective of my Discord because I don't want it getting weird. Thank you, CJ. See, listen. So that's the main reason to follow my Instagram. It's not for my posts because I don't post a lot on Instagram. I barely post. It's really because I post a lot of TikToks on my stories. And if you're not a person who has TikTok and you don't want to download TikTok, but you want to see fun TikTok, I have a pretty good feed. So have you seen, I saw the TV Glow yet. That's in there. That's in the list of horror films. And they're probably going to be like off the cuff. Like all of the movie nights are probably going to be like off the cuff. Like I'm going to be feeling it, be like, let's watch a movie. So hello, no context. Welcome in. So yeah, I saw Gabby Hanna has come back because like I like to watch Fat Sajak a lot as well. She is my kind of dry humor. You know what I'm saying? She's my kind of dry humor. Like I know a lot of people like Sam Ravindall's dry humor and I'm not into it, but I like Fat Sajak's dry humor. I think because it feels good. Is the only thing I can say. It just feels good. Delivery is good. And like it keeps up throughout. So I love it. Keeping me up to date on the TikTok, on the TikTok-y. I sent you a vid on IG. I don't know if you'll ever see it, but it was a mail carrier doing a remixing about I did see it. But not from you though. Jen sent it to me. Jen sent it to me. I don't go into my IG DMs. I hate DMs in general. I apparently lost out on like a couple of sponsors because I don't check my email. How to be an unsuccessful YouTuber, part 2. Have an avoidant personality and never check your email. I had like 2 emails in there that were like legitimate, like, we want to offer you a paid sponsorship. And I was like, oh, it's a month later. I guess I can't get in touch now. Lee, hi. Thank you. Listen, I keep saying this, and I don't know why people like refuse to do it. Even if you don't have a little table, but you have like a little crate or something that you can just put by your door, that like all delivery people, not just USPS, but all of us can just like put on the table. Why won't you do it? We are tired. You don't know where you are in the route, especially if you're at the end. Babes, I can't bend at the knees anymore. They keep telling us that. Lee is the one who sent me a Star Trek themed Pat McGrath palette. It's a one of a kind. And I actually still really like that palette. Thank you, Allie. Oh, thank you. My comment regarding fitting in is because I've received so much not nice comments because I'm 63 and a boomer. I'm also a very, very mixed race person. First of all, there's nothing wrong with being a boomer. My mom's a boomer. I get after her quite a bit because she won't like embrace the technology the way I need her to, because I'm always like, Mom, what if I'm dead? You have to be able to figure these things out. Like, the thing is, like, I will tell you 100%, I enjoy makeup so much more. This is in response to Adriana. I enjoy makeup so much more that it's not, now that it's not my content. Like, I just have so much more fun with it. Like gems and things, and just like, I just have such a good time with it. Yeah, it really is. It's always nice to see older people in the community, because I think that first of all, being ageist is kind of weird today. I also think that when you have quote unquote boomers in the makeup community, in the beauty community, it's really important, because I think that there was like a whole period of time where people felt like once you got to a certain age, you couldn't just enjoy yourself with makeup, and you just had to like go into a corner and collect dust. And that's not true. You do not have to collect dust and be just like elderly and sad. Just be like, that's not how it works. We're still all alive. Like, we're still all around to be able to do stuff. Like, this is why we're all like fighting so hard for our rights, because we are more than just like popping out babies. Like, that's it. We're more than that. Now, for some people, that's what they want to do, and that's great. Have them. But for others, that's not what they want to do. Here comes another hot flash, babes. Look at the sweat. I could feel it like forming on my upper lip. Boomer is a state of mind, not a chronological age. If you enjoy Audra's channel, you must be sound. Ezra, much love. Cheers. This is definitely not sponsored by Truly, because if it was, I would come in here like, first of all, if I was sponsored by Truly, it would be like a good money. I would be like, I've quit my job. Yeah, aging is good. I feel like it's weird, like, the way that people are terrified of getting older. Like, we're gonna, like, oh, Jesus. I'm so close to just taking off my pants, but I've got to leave my pants on. Aging is good. Like, I do not want the hot flashes about to collect me in a couple of years, but aging is good and natural and beautiful. It is. Like, we're allowed, like, we should be happy that we made it this far. I mean, honestly, I never thought about having a retirement plan, because I truly didn't expect to live this long. Wild time. You know, those of us who were born in like the 80s, most of us are sitting here in shock. We're still here and like functional. We're like, wow, this didn't turn out as I had anticipated. I thought I wasn't gonna make it, considering how I was doing things. I don't think I've enjoyed myself more as a person until I turned 30. So aging can be a bountiful boon. Helps that I had a major glow up half a year after turning 30 in 2022. Yes, this is the thing. At 44 now, I like just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I tell, like, if you come over here to like just do a whole diatribe about why I'm wrong, it's just like passionate feelings and like what I'm like, okay. I'm just gonna go on about my business. Like, I don't care. I don't want to be mean, but like, I don't give a shit. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm like, half the time listen, most of the time that I'm reading and responding to y'all's comments, these are the common times that I'm responding. First thing in the morning with my coffee, like I let Bo out, I feed him, I have coffee, respond to comments. The other like biggest chunk is while I'm on route. So I have a combination CBU and curbside route. When it's super hot or super cold, I will sit in the truck with the AC and respond to comments there. When it's cold, I'll sit in there with the heater, which is very rare now. Now I'm just like in there sweating in my jacket. It's the worst thing I think about getting older and getting the hot flashes is that it's like 20 degrees outside and you're in layers because you know theoretically you are cold and it's a bad idea for you to be in a tank top. But realistically, you just want to be in your tank top. And the other time I answer comments is like before I go to bed as I'm having my, sleepy time coffee, which does not have booze in it. It's just coffee because I have ADHD and I'm unmedicated. So yeah, I love getting older. I'm sorry. Like the only thing that sucks about it is how your body just like is a shithead. Otherwise it's fine. Like it's fine. Cause I've crickled and crackled my entire life. Like cause there's there's tests that have to be done and things that I have to find out. But like there's things going on with my joints that have been going on since I was very young. Like, so like I've always popped and cracked. So that's not, it's the fact that like getting up and sitting down is a little rough. You're like, ugh. And like you don't move like you used to sometimes. Then there was that time I fell down the stairs and I just laid there like Peter Griffin. It was terrible. Yo, Audra, I'm not kidding. If you ever stop doing that. If you ever want to talk about aging and ageism, welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Where did that happen at? Somebody just made my Twitch goal happen. Thanks. I don't know if that worked the way I think it worked. Anyways, I'm trying to read Feffy's comment, but it keeps popping. Okay. It like keeps leaving me and I'm like, okay, hit me up because I have so many opinions as someone who has people legit melt down at me when I tell them my age. Yeah, it's really weird. 53 at Christmas, whoop whoop. My 30s were rough, but but better than my 20s. Yeah, the 20s, I don't understand how people like, listen, my 20s were terrifying. It's also why I really didn't expect to be here because child, I was getting in cars with strangers, like doing random drugas with people I just met. Okay. It wasn't free though. I still didn't get the free ones that they promised us in Dare, but I turned 39 and immediately my social media became anti-age palooza. I was like, I didn't even ask for this. Yeah, it's really weird. They're like, here's the thing. You know why I have eye cream? It's just to keep my dark circles. You're gonna have lines and wrinkles and you just like need to get over it. You just need to let it go. I mean, you can either get over it or you can go into that like really weird ass territory. Cause like there's a good medium territory, But most people don't stay in that one. That's the problem. Most people don't stay in like the good medium territory where like everything looks like. I always feel like I love Tamara Braun's plastic surgery. Like I love her work. I just like Tamara Braun. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Like she's my favorite housewife. She's always gonna be my favorite housewife. I just love her so much. And it wasn't even just her yelling, "That's my opinion." It was so many other things. Like she's just, I don't know. I just find her fun and funny. I am hypermobile, not in the ways that people think, I guess, or that people show a lot. I will tell you this, if something is like stuck somewhere in like a small cramped space, I don't understand it. I've never understood it until I understood about hypermobility and like even in the way that I fall. But like I can get it and I will twist and turn and like I can like my hand can do it's unnatural. Actually, it's kind of unnatural. It's kind of unnatural. It hurts for like a little bit, might hurt my shoulder a little bit, and then it's just like then it's gone. Let me come back because this chat like moves and then I can't follow it. And I swear that I had one somewhere doing thing and then it just stopped behaving for me. And I was like, how dare you? Like, how dare you? Oh, there it is. Now it's working because I am an elder and it's hard for me to see with the light. Actually, let me be realistic. It's hard to see with the light in my face. Oh, Joycey, I forgot to say hi when I saw you come in. To tell the truth, I had to learn to accept and actually grieve my youth. Maybe because my mother told me all his worth was my beauty, and I don't believe that now, but I did for years. That was such a thing, though. That was such a thing where like women would tell other women like that all you have is your beauty and that's your worth. And I think that that's what kept a lot of women and still keeps a lot of women in that mindset today. It's like easy to vote against yourself when you think that once your beauty fades, your usefulness fades. And like, that's another reason why so many people just like go into motherhood blindly when they're not ready to really have children. They really weren't sure if they wanted to have children, but this is their worth. So I'm glad that we just have role models now for like younger people who can see both sides of the coin. And I think that that's really important so that you can see which side of the world you might want to live on. Magpie crones. But you're not. You're worth way more than that. Like, is it good to be good looking? Yeah. Does it actually fade? I don't know. You need to ask Susan Sarandon. Because I would drink that woman's dirty bathwater. Also Angela Bassett. Nia Long. I just made a really gross face. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I started thinking about it. I was like, oh, they're so sexy. Hi, Felisa. Oh my God, yes, so much happier in my 30s. I mean, I still feel like I have no idea what I'm doing, but at least I feel more comfortable in my own skin. Yes, and like that's the thing. Again, I would say watch D'Angelo's video when you are in a good frame of mind, because essentially what he is pointing out is like the life of chronic depression and basically welcoming himself into the fold, I feel like, of understanding that like it's just like your next door neighbor. It's just like always there. And once you like get used to it, you're like, all right, well, I guess we can do this. My body has always felt old. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. So much happier. Yeah. There's a certain freedom that comes from getting older, not caring what people think is one of the benefits. Hell yeah. Life in general is garbage, but my teens were rough as fuck. Like, no joke, I was not going to make it past 16. So the fact that I'm 39, slay young Feffy, would both be flabbergasted and proud. 100%. Like, young me would be surprised I'm here today. The body issues make getting older a struggle. Like, that's really it. Like, I don't, because like my mind is like better in this, in like how I think about things. I'm more open-minded. I care more about other people and like their needs. Very into continuing to not give a fuck harder and harder as I get older, because I didn't date until I was 31. I tried it for a year and was happy that I actually didn't care about dating. Listen, it's one of those things that's like so good in theory. You know what I mean? It's so good in theory. And then you do it and you're like, oh. Yeah, like this is my most beautiful stage right now. Like I honestly feel like I am like really in my, I'm like in my body. And I'm in like who I am as a person. So I'm just cool. Harper, maybe it was you. Thank you. Because some of those, I don't know how to make them not happen. Because sound alerts doesn't normally work on YouTube. So it's weird when it does. Sometimes women feel invisible after 50. And here's the thing. Good. I try really hard to be invisible to men. But you're not invisible to other women, just FYI. And I understand if you don't swing that way. If you're not into the ladies. But sometimes, some people who are bi, not all, very specifically women and femmes, some of y'all just need to admit you're gay, but you're afraid to go all the way. I'm not stereotyping, I'm just saying. All men give you the ick. There's a whole song about it. All men give you the ick. And you're like, no, I'm bisexual. Baby, you're gay. It's okay. I'm not here to tell you who you are, though. Just saying. But if every man gives you the ick, if like literally a man breathing in your direction makes you be like, oh, you just might be a lesbian. That's it. Nia Long is in fact majestic. I need whatever enchanted blood Angela Bassett is drinking. In reality, I just need money and access to high quality skincare. Listen, I buy some, like, that's my splurge, is expensive ass skincare. Hi. It's my DM&S. Hi, I can barely hear you because at markets. We'll watch later. Gonna have Vietnamese. Ooh, yes. What did you get? I need to know. Ooh, I like Sana. Okay, I like her. She is probably bathing in the blood of her enemies. I think that the body does do, like, it's already doing weird things. My favorite thing, listen, is when like there's some point in your like early, like, because I'm still, I guess I'm about to hit my mid 40s. I'm gonna hit 45. It's somewhere in between like 43 is when it kind of starts, where you don't know that you're gonna toot. You just are. It's just the toot is just happening. There's nothing that you can do. Like, you bend over to and you're like, oh, surprise. Like, and when, like, I'm also at the point where, like, if I hold my pee for too long, I'm a different person. Because you know how it's like you're not yourself when you're hungry, you have a Snickers bar. I'm not myself when I have to pee. Like, I get sick to my stomach. Obviously, it's my body trying to tell me, like, hey, you gotta do something about this. But I'm ace. Everyone gives me the ick. You're gay and you need to look up compulsory heterosexuality and unpack that. And listen, I understand that some of y'all might be waiting for, like, that moment, and that's okay. I'm more comfortable in my skin than I was when I was younger. I spent most of my childhood dissociating, so for the first time I feel like I'm actually here. I do feel more actually here. but I still disappear. But that is a coping mechanism that I don't think I'll ever break, honestly. Does it count if IRL men give me the ick, but one every few years does it? And also famous men and also fictional men? Listen, I'm listening to good smut. It's audiobooks. Okay. If you see virtual voice on an audio, don't do it. It's horrible. Horrific even. Like, it's literally a robot reading you sex scenes. It's it's awful. I aspire to be okay about always being noticed by women. I'm actually a very femme-presenting, short, cis male who's gay, but I am deeply over male attention, which is fine because they don't talk to me a lot in public. Listen, every time, this is the drawback, because I love getting my braids in. I love getting my braids done. I wear them until they're like falling off the bone because that's who I am as a person. But every time I get them, it does cause very specifically elder white men to like stare at me too long. And I'm just like, sir, I might punch you in the throat. Ooh, vision of you coming clutch. As a nurse, I do recommend Kegel exercises for everyone. I do them all the time reflexively for no reason. And I think that the reason is, let me actually go back. It's because I heard about this when I was young, about Kegels. And and if it's Kegels, I don't care. Whatever, however we're going to say it. However euphonics. So I do them all the time because I thought you were supposed to. And because of romance novels, and I'm not going to explain any further if you don't understand about the gripping. I can't go any further because this is YouTube. But I get so many compliments from women. It means a lot to me since it's never creepy, always an appreciation of aesthetic. Yes, compliments from kids are so pure and great as well. I love that. Excuse me. 48 over here. The PP has started. The person talking about dissociation. I hear you. I understand you. If you need to talk, I'm here. Yeah, I can't like. Ugh. Yes. Listen, I understand that people are self-publishing more than ever before because there's a means with which to distribute your work. You don't have to go through a publishing house. But I implore you, there are people who will, in fact, read, who will narrate your shit, and they may not charge you an arm and a leg, and they might be really good at it. I implore you. Because you don't want really sexy lines like, he grabbed her and threw her across onto the bed. Like, you know what I mean? His eyes raked over her body hungrily. Is that what you want? As a writer? Ava's over here. Psst. He deepened the kiss, his tongue plunging into her mouth. That's what it sounds like. I wish I was kidding. And they try to make it sound like people and give it like people inflections, but it's awful. You're reading horror stories now, babes. It's horrific. And there are words that computers can't say properly. Like, there's one, this book was like kind of good, but like, oh my God, not the smut reading with that TikTok AI voice. Yes. But it's like, so there's one, this one's about a Black woman who's very successful and like, well, she's about to be very successful, and a Russian billionaire. And sometimes when I say like what I read out loud, I'm like, listen, I'm sure if you read it, like just read it, you'd be like, oh, this is great. Like this is like a cute little like book to like, it's just like a cute little Harlequin type romance. There's not like a lot going on, but it's cute. It's kind of sassy, he sees her and he's like, my God, that brown goddess over there. And she's like, oh my God, that tall Russian hunk, right? And his name is Vlad. And then there's like scenes where she's supposed to be like moaning his name, like Vlad, but it's like Vlad. And I can't breathe. Like the sex scenes would have me screaming. I was just dying. I couldn't handle it. I was like, this is so dumb. So yeah, it really is nuts. Thank y'all for the 13K. Thank y'all for the past 4 years. Honestly, those who know, those who don't, like, I'm not gonna bring it back, but I guess it's fine. 4 years ago, I had decided that 40 was long enough. And then I had friends and things, and I just didn't do that. And so we're here today, and I'm at 13K, which is a thing that was the only goal I wanted for my YouTube, to feel successful. And now I'm successful. So you can't call me, like, nobody can tell me like I'm not a successful YouTuber, because this is the maximum amount of success that I wanted, and you all helped me achieve it. And I feel like I have said the things. Vlad is not a moanable name. I could not say a moanable name. So yeah, I'm here today. I have friends, I have family, I have things. I'm about to test some Golden Girls ass shit here in a month, so it's gonna be a wild time. But I'm gonna go because I promised my friend that I would play Borderlands with them. And I've also shared emotions, and that always makes me uncomfy. So thank you all again for 13K. I'll see you in the next video, which should be soonish. If you want to be there and see everything unedited and in its live wild ass format, I guess follow me on Twitch. And yeah, thank you again. And until next time, I am so pretty and so are you. Subscribe if you want to. Don't if you don't feel like it. Follow, like the video. You know all the things. TTFN. Bye.